Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Today's call is interesting, and I hope it jogs your mind a little bit, or imagination. If it's easy, it isn't worth it. And I want to start off by talking about we've all heard the pitch. Oh, it's easy, it's great, it's wonderful, spend this with me, and you're going to get such huge returns you can't comprehend it. Well, I'm going to relate to one about, it must have been maybe as long as 18 years ago. Guy pitched me on something that was quick and easy. And I've always had the policy, if it's so quick and easy, run the other way. But this gentleman was claiming to have developed an added piece of equipment into the fuel system that would vaporize the fuel and extend fuel economy out to 50 miles a gallon. And he went around and he was really catching some news on this, some news stories on it. It was supposed to be the latest, greatest thing. So this gentleman went around and he was pitching the stock for this company that he owned. And he hit me up with that, how great it was and how much stock he's selling and how wonderful the return's going to be, and we're all going to be multimillionaires. It's just going to be quick and easy, and stand back and bail the money. And I said, it's just so easy and quick. You've earned it. You go ahead and keep it all. I don't want any of it. Because you see, if it is quick and it is easy, if someone says it's easy, it isn't worth it anyway. Come to find out, this company was more smoke and mirrors than anything else, and went away, and this guy was put in jail for stock fraud. So we've all had, at some time in our life, the pitch. And at the same time, after the pitch, we get the promise. Go with us. We're the best thing since sliced bread, and we know that this is going to be easy, and we're going to achieve this great thing for you. So I'm not going to spend much time on the pitch or the promise. I'm going to spend time on the truth. The truth is, nothing is ever easy that brings reward for the long term. If anyone says anything different than that, question the truth. The truth is, nothing is ever easy. Our business isn't easy. If you look at from the way a customer comes in, they could be having the worst time with their vehicle. They just spent $50,000 or more investing in this vehicle, and now they have problems. They need maintenance. There's issues. Nothing's easy about dealing with this. And when we look at where we started in this business, you and I, no matter what position you hold right now in the automotive industry, you started incompetent. And when we all start, we don't know anything about anything, that's incompetent. But when I was first getting started in the business and got my first management shot, I'll tell you, I worked many, many extended hour days, and that still continues today. If you think that consulting's easy, when you add the travel time, the study time, keep up on current things happening in the industry, trends and analysis of what's going on in each individual client. There's nothing easy about that. They're long, hard days. But when we start incompetent, I believe there's a factor in there that every one of us at some time or another understood that effort is required to overcome it. When I remember when I started processing warranties and looking at the warranties and managing the warranties. When I did that, It took me a long time to do an RO, a real long time to accomplish an RO. Well, I couldn't get my normal duties done, plus what was required for my incompetence, so I worked late. I worked weekends. I worked whatever was required to get the job done. And even beyond what is required. I want to tell you about a new manager at one of our clients. And the reason I want to talk about him in an example is what not to do. Because this individual had this position given to him, and I had some management experience in other lines. No automotive experience, no management of shop, no dispatch, no repair facility of any kind. And he came into the business. He was hired as a service manager. Well, and that's okay. It is really okay to start incompetent. We all do. But the difference is when this individual, when I'm talking with him and his work is literally piling up. What he said was very intriguing to me and really is great example right here. He said, well, you know, I really didn't get the salary I expected when I took this job. So I'm not willing to work late to get the work done. So it is piling up. Now, if they compensated me more or they worked out my compensation plan, then I could see putting forth the additional effort. Well, if this guy believes management is quick and easy, management has no requirement to go beyond. The incompetence is okay, let's pile it up. Let's let it go. That is not going to be successful, is it? When you look at this new manager, I want to also compare another new manager. Now, this individual was a successful parts manager. He's been around service, knows how to write ROs. And guess what he did? He opened the shop up. First thing he did, he started opening Saturdays. Matter of fact, he was there Sunday because one area of where the customers parked the car had weeds behind it, and he wanted the trimmed grass to be more eye-appealing for the customer. He was putting in 14-hour days. He asked what he needed to do to get accomplished everything to be a successful manager, what his issues were, and how to overcome them. This individual went so far as to say, I will do all of these things. I said, select 3. And he said, give me the list of 10. I'm going to accomplish them all, whatever it takes. He's all in to being a manager. He's excited and understands that it requires more. And then he's going beyond what's required. Do you think it's required that the service manager grab the weed eater and trim the grass behind the customer parking area? No, that's not required. But going beyond required makes a difference. And a matter of fact, I will state with fact, it's the only way to be a peak performer in whatever you're doing. If you believe that anything about being peak performer, anything about being a peak performer is going beyond, you're wrong. Going beyond what's required is what it takes. It's the difference maker. let's bring it home and stay real. When we go into being a peak performer and we understand that it's not easy, then here's some truths for you. It's always about the process. Even being a peak performer, when you go beyond and you understand it's all about the processes, always be working to improve your processes. When you're looking at the results you're getting, the challenges you have, it is always about improving the process. Second thing here, start early. Wherever you open, load the base with work that you need to get done. Used cars, PDIs, whatever you got, customer vehicles, load the base. When the techs get there, they start working. Why have that time unproductive? There's no place for it. Start early. We're suggesting now that you look over, you pre-write the ROs, you look over in the history of the vehicles what is suggested prior to the customer getting there. Prepare. Start early. Everyone does well with that. The next thing, stay late. The world doesn't stop at closing time. If you've got issues to resolve before you go, resolve the issues the same day you're in. Plow the ground for tomorrow. Stay late when it's required. Go above and beyond. Why do we do this? Your competitor won't. The reality is, your team will have an advantage if you do these things. Your team will understand that it's all about the customer. That takes getting there early. That takes plowing the ground. That takes sometimes staying late. Doing whatever's necessary to achieve the results you want. It's not quick. It's not easy. It's exactly the opposite of that. But here's the great truth I want you to take home today. The team that provides the best effort, the biggest commitment, the consistency, the all-in approach, throwing away if it's easy, because that isn't worth it. The team that does that all is the team that wins. Mike, let's open the lines up. If anyone has any comments or questions, you can press 1 and Mike will see that your hand is raised. Other than that, the mics are going to be open, and we'll just, if anyone has anything, you can shout it out. Feel free. All right, no hands are raised. All right then, everybody have a super day. Thanks for your time today, and enjoy this beautiful weather.
Thanks, Rob. Have a great day.
Thanks, Rob.
Bye-bye.